Jerry Weissman, Presenting to Win, The Art of Telling Your Story. Embark on a journey to master the art of persuasive presentations with Jerry Weissman's book, Presenting to Win, The Art of Telling Your Story. This book's summary highlights the importance of avoiding the 5 cardinal sins of presenting, being pointless, irrelevant, confusing, complicated, and long. Discover how to craft your message by focusing on the action you want your audience to take, understanding their needs, and making your content relevant and relatable. Learn to organize your presentation effectively and captivate your audience using strong graphics and storytelling techniques, all while seamlessly weaving benefits throughout your speech.
The Art of Persuasion in Presentations. Persuasion is the primary objective of any presentation, but many fail to achieve it due to the 5 cardinal sins of presenting, being pointless, irrelevant, confusing, complicated, and long. To make a successful presentation, you need to be persuasive while keeping your message clear and relevant. You should sell the benefits and not features by understanding what your audience needs and answering the question, what's in it for you? Whyify. You also need to match the WFY to the audience and avoid assuming that everyone knows why your product catalog matters to them, since it may be important for different reasons to different people. Every communication is an IPO, and every business presentation has one common goal: the art of persuasion. The art of simplifying information. In You Never Get a Second Chance to Make a First Impression, the author emphasizes that presenting information simply and clearly is a crucial skill. To avoid losing your audience's interest or causing confusion, prioritize extracting the meaning and focusing on what matters to them. The author advises treating data as raw material and brainstorming how to tailor your presentation to your audience's needs. By keeping in mind that your audience doesn't have to wade through the data, you can ensure they stay engaged and walk away with a clear understanding of the WFY, what's in it for you. Presenting to varied audiences. To effectively present to diverse audiences, start by understanding their technical expertise. Tailor the presentation to suit their level of knowledge without condescending or overwhelming them. Consider who you will present with, when, where, and what equipment you will need. To advocate for your audience, focus on benefits, not features. Use a flow structure to smoothly organize your presentation, such as modules, chronology, story, or diagram. Pose a problem, offer solutions, or compare with competitors. Finally, remember to only provide what your audience needs to know, and don't force them to think. Mastering your presentation. A successful presentation is like a game of chess. The opening can make or break it. Learn the 7 time-honored openings that include a comparison, proverb, quote, yarn, looking back/forward, shocking fact, and leading question. Connect your opening to the unique selling proposition, USP, and proof of concept, which demonstrate your company's credibility. Let your audience know what you'll say it, and tell them what you said. Customize your presentation by involving the audience, using recurring themes and slogans, and referencing previous points. Make the presentation seem unique, mentioning something in common or having done research on the audience. Presentations versus documents. A presentation is not a document. While a document can contain vast amounts of data, readers have the luxury of analyzing and digesting the information at their own pace. Conversely, an audience must take in a presentation as it comes. Graphics should be used to support the presenter and enhance the information provided, without overshadowing the presentation itself. Never confuse a document with a presentation, and avoid providing photocopies of slides. Opt for the notes page view if a hard copy is needed. The true role of graphics is to allow the presenter to add value beyond what is projected on the screen. Creating compelling presentations. Learn the tricks of creating compelling presentations that will engage and captivate your audience. Do you struggle with making presentations that capture your audience's attention? Have you ever experienced dull and uninteresting presentations where the presenter simply reads the slides? In his book on creating compelling presentations, the author provides useful tips to design slides that will captivate and engage your audience. The slides are supposed to support the speaker and not distract the audience. As such, graphics should only be used to illustrate what the presenter is saying. Keep the flow of movement in mind when designing graphics, as the eye moves from left to right. When using bullets, treat them as headlines and avoid putting the whole story on one slide. Use headline English for your bullets. Don't abbreviate and use parallel phrase structures to make it easier for your audience to read. Additionally, use plain, simple fonts that are at least 24 points, and preferentially 28 points, to ensure that the audience can read the slides. Use PowerPoint features such as boxes, shading, and white on black or black on white to give your slides visual variety. However, each feature must communicate something, or it may end up distracting the audience. Lastly, keep graphs and charts clear and clean and avoid cluttering them with unnecessary numbers. Use bar arrays that ascend from left to right, starting low and then rising, like a hockey stick, to show growth and development. Remember, the only way to prepare a successful presentation is to speak it aloud, just as you will on the day of the actual presentation. With these tips, you can create compelling and visually pleasing presentations that will engage and captivate your audience. Crafting a flawless presentation. A storyboard helps in organizing a presentation effectively. It aligns the slides logically and maintains the flow of ideas. The book recommends using bumpers, an index, icons, anchor objects, and anticipation space to anchor the presentation's message. Presenting ideas or reports is a crucial skill that requires organization, creativity, and planning. Creating a storyboard is a useful tool to ensure a coherent flow of ideas throughout your presentation. Arranging all slides on one page allows you to evaluate how effective they are as a group. Moreover, it can help you reorder your presentation and ensure that the logical flow of ideas is preserved. To make the presentation engaging, the book proposes to use bumpers. These simple slides divide the presentation into sections and prepare the audience for a new idea or concept. Similarly, an index slide can be used to keep the audience informed about their current location within the presentation. The use of icons, such as pyramids and Venn diagrams, creates visual associations that support the presenter's message. The book also recommends the use of anchor objects to help the audience associate the presented ideas effectively. Consequently, objects and their relationships can be illustrated more clearly, enhancing the audience's understanding of the material presented. Lastly, creating anticipation space can keep the audience engaged. By positioning a blank space, the audience expects to fill it up with fresh ideas and, in turn, remain attentive throughout the presentation. Effective idea generation. To generate effective and innovative ideas, gather your team, set up a whiteboard, and encourage the free flow of ideas without judgment. Record each idea and expand on them by adding related ideas. Cluster the ideas around key themes to remember them better. Dump all the ideas onto paper and organize them to focus on the most promising ones. Mastering public speaking. To deliver an engaging presentation, prepare by checking your equipment, having a support person, and rehearsing your message. Strong graphics are helpful, but focus on your delivery. Practice and rest, then rehearse again to master your public speaking skills.
In Presenting to Win, The Art of Telling Your Story, Jerry Weissman imparts his wisdom on how to create transformative presentations that persuade your audience and leave them wanting more. By avoiding the 5 cardinal sins and focusing on clear and relevant points, you will flawlessly guide your audience from A to B with your presentation. Dive deeper into engagement strategies like understanding your audience's needs, matching your content to their expectations, and employing strong graphics and captivating storytelling techniques. As you refine and practice your persuasive presentation skills, you will no doubt see the impact on your success and influence in the business world.